A young boy was selling candy at a small table on the corner of a busy street. A man came up to the boy and asked, "How much is one candy?" The boy, with a bright smile, replied, "Just $2." The man bought one candy and handed the boy $4. The boy, caught off guard by the extra money, hurried to offer change, but the man shook his head and walked away, disappearing into the crowd. The next day, to the boy's surprise, a long line of people stood in front of his table. Word of the boy's business must have spread. He diligently sold his candies, his hands moving swiftly from the candy pile to the cash box. By noon, he had no candies left. Pleased yet overwhelmed, he began to count the day's earnings. As he tallied the money, tears welled up in his eyes, and he began to cry. Just then, the same man from the previous day noticed the boy's distress as he passed by. Seeing the tears streaming down the boy's face, he approached and asked, "Why are you crying? You sold all your candy. Shouldn't you be happy?" The boy looked up, his face streaked with tears, and replied with a heavy heart, "My mother is sick, and I'm trying to save money for her treatment. I thought selling all the candy would help, but it's still not enough." The man's expression turned from concern to determination. He kneeled beside the boy and said, "Take me to your mother. I will pay for her treatment." The boy's eyes widened in shock and hope. He quickly gathered his things and led the man to a small, humble house a few blocks away. Inside, the boy's mother lay in bed, her face pale and weary. The man quietly assessed the situation and made a call. Within minutes, an ambulance arrived to take her to the hospital. Days later, the boy stood beside his mother's hospital bed, her health slowly returning. He looked up at the man who had become their savior. "Thank you," he said simply, his voice full of gratitude. The man smiled and replied, "Keep selling your candy and never lose hope. Kindness has a way of coming back when you least expect it." And with that, a bond formed between them that went beyond the simple transaction of candy for money. It was a bond of humanity and compassion.